Hello and welcome to the Warrior Path. Today we're going to be working with the hanbo, the 3-foot stick, in order to develop a spinning technique. What we're going to do is we're going to do something called motorcycle, baseball, golf. Just looking at my hands, I have my hands over the top. There are three main positions that we have. One, both hands over the top in what's called a motorcycle grip. Then the next is one hand up, the other hand down, baseball grip on the right side, and we also have one on the left side. So we have 1, 2. 1, 2, 3. Those are your three main grips. Very rarely will you use this one. This one I only usually use in order to get out of bear hugs if I'm being bear hugged while I have a stick. It gives me a little bit more height in many cases, but sometimes, most of the time, the other grips will suffice. Now, what we're going to do is work on what's called the Rokushaku Jitsu, the 6-foot long stick techniques. We're going to do something called bo, footy, gata. Bo is the stick, footy is a spin, and like a spinning pattern, and a spinning method, and then gata is form. So we're going to do a bow spinning form. Now this is a very easy one once you get it, but it can be very complex in the beginning. What I'm going to do is stand with my hands. I'm going to have some stances here that we're going to be developing here in a little bit. But first I want you to take a look at the stick. We're going to go up, we're going to raise up one end, then we're going to grab the other end. We're going to lift and then grab. We're going to lift one end, let it flip around as we do this, and then catch it. Then we're going to sweep with that end that we let go of, almost like rowing a boat. Then we're going to take the hand that lifted, we're going to push down with it, catch. The other hand will then lift and then catch. It looks like I'm ready to batter up on my left hand side. From here instead, I'm going to lower it down and I'm going to sweep or golf at the ankle. Then I push down with the rear hand, lifting up from the ground up towards the person's face, and then lift up with the front hand and then catch it like a baseball bat and then swing at the ankle. The ankle has a lot of nerves down there, so when it gets hit, it causes a very significant pain response most of the time. And besides that, you can crush that, break that. So lifting up with the front hand, down, sweeping. Push down with the rear hand, starting this motion, and then catch it. Lift up with the front hand, and then catch it. So it continues in a direction, almost a full spin. And down. Now notice that I'm turning my body. It's very important to understand that as I'm moving, I'm stepping through and striking with that rear hand, as it were, coming in and striking. I'm making my body narrow because the bow is traveling in a wedge shape along my body. If I stand up here and try and do it, then I run the risk of hitting myself, especially with a long stick. It's very difficult to wield it. However, by using our body, we can generate power and energy for the strike and make it significant. This is what bo footy gata looks like with a 6-foot bow. You can do it with a hanbo, but you should also be able to do it with a 6-foot bow staff. Motorcycle, baseball, golf. Motorcycle, baseball, golf. Push down with the rear hand. Lift with the lead hand. Scoot. Push. Lift. Scoot. Push. Lift. Scoot. It should be effortless. The more effortless you can get this, the better. This will be used for a great many things. One is to ward off an enemy. Make sure that they can't get into your space. And it's very important to chase a line as you're doing this, top to bottom. So as I'm coming here, lifting this up, this should be going straight up, almost like a wall, a stud. Following that stud up with one, then the other, step through and follow that stud up again, again, again. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Practice your bo footy gata in our first 2 lessons for the bow. We will be going over those, so make sure you get good at them. It's a great technique and a great warm-up as well. Thank you for joining us on the Warrior Path.